guys, I figured I would take some time today and do some makeup content for those of you who might be missing it. I actually am thoroughly enjoying doing my vlogs, so if you haven't watched any of them, I hope that you will check them out. They're filled with everything from meals that we're eating to decluttering projects I'm doing to whatever we might have going on as a family, whatever it may be. And I do show like my makeup for the days that I do my makeup and stuff like that. So if you haven't checked those out, I hope that you will. And yeah, but I thought today I would go ahead. I'm getting ready to go to Asher's game. It is basketball season, and that's basically the days that I leave the house are his games and like church. So yeah, and right now I'm not going to Bible study on Tuesday mornings because Asher needs the car. With it being basketball season and stuff, he doesn't have his own car yet, and I don't really care about going anywhere, so that's fine. And I can watch Bible study online until he's done with basketball season. Then I will go back to going. So it all works out. And yeah, so this is one of the days. This is Wednesday. You will see this quite a bit after this, probably Wednesday, January 18th. You'll probably see it the next Wednesday, or Thursday rather, because I'm kind of doing videos on Sundays and Thursdays. Sundays my vlogs go up every week, and then like another video on Thursday, or there might be other ones sprinkled in there too. It just depends on what kind of content I've got going or what I might feel like doing. So I'm really enjoying my channel so much more now that I'm making sure I'm doing things that I want to do, you know. So but yeah, I know there are definitely some of you who really like the makeup content, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm sprinkling it in. So for this video, I'm going to speed through the eyes, and then we'll talk while we use some of the face makeup from my January Shop My Stash. And I just feel like that might be a good way to do it, and then I can kind of talk to you about some stuff that's going on. All right, so let me just go ahead and get into the eyes. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette, and I decided for today, you can see my shirt. You should have seen a video about this too, about FitVille. This shirt and several pairs of shoes, 2 of mine and 2 of my husband's. And you guys, I stand behind this company. I cannot tell you the difference it has made for my husband. And that makes a huge difference for me, because if he's in pain and miserable with his back and his feet, it keeps us from being able to do certain things. And this way, we were able to go walk around Cedar Point several times, which is an amusement park, by the way. We would get there when it opened in the morning until it closed at midnight, and we would be there all day walking around. That would not have happened before these shoes. And I'm not even joking. Like, I cannot express it enough. Okay, I just got really passionate about it, but I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm seriously that passionate about it, and so is he. So FitVille, so that's what this is. So yeah, that video will be up there. And if you have foot pain and back pain, I highly encourage you to check it out. But so, this is what I'm wearing. So I thought I would just go into doing some of like more of the maybe like pinky kind of colors, or some of these over here. You know, a little mix, whatever I feel like doing. And yeah, so that will be my eye look. So I already have my eyeshadow primer on. I do have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. My favorite is what's on. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now, be quiet, and get into this look.
Driving round with my baby, top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded, my heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away, yeah. New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh, yeah. Got my heart out, and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good, oh baby. I could wait for you forever, through the storms and
Okay, here's what we have so far for the eyes. Simple. It's kind of been my MO lately. But now let's go ahead and get into the face and we'll start chatting about something. I'm going to go ahead and use the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I have only used this once before, not on camera. So I wanted to give it another shot, see what I think of it. Anyway, so something really exciting is happening today. Like I said, it is Wednesday the 17th? What is today? The 18th? Wednesday the 18th. And my youngest son, Asher, he is 17. He's a senior. He is getting his braces off, and it's been like 3 years, I think. So my husband actually met him at the orthodontist, and I already got a sneak peek picture, but with his retainers in. And so I'm waiting for him to get home. So there might be an unnatural break in this video because as soon as he gets home, I'm going to see. So then I will add pictures into this video. Now, if you watch my vlog video that will end on the 21st, then you will see it in that. But for those of you who might not have watched that, I will put it here too, because very exciting. I remember when I got my braces off, I was telling him he stopped home real quick after he had a half day of school because it's exams week. And so he stopped at home to eat something real quick and brush his teeth before he went. And he was like, you know, like, oh, I can't wait to get these off and whatever, what it's going to be like. And I'm like, I remember my teeth felt so slippery. Like, it was like the most unnatural. Like, I felt like my lips were just sliding all around on my teeth, because after you've had braces on your teeth for so long and your lips catching, and I've got big lips, he's got lips similar to mine. Actually, kind of all my kids got bigger lips like I have. And so when I had braces, it really made my lips stick out. His don't seem to stick out as much. It might just be a slight difference in the shape, but I better keep moving. I'm going to use the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation in light medium. Yeah, so to have, you know, your lips be against this metal that they like catch on, because my lips would like catch on it, like my lip would get stuck at the top of my braces. I remember being like so embarrassed by that. You know, then to have your teeth just slide around, or your lips slide around on your teeth, it was the weirdest feeling. It like totally cracked me up. So I'll be interested in seeing if he's feeling the same way when he gets here. But yeah, super exciting stuff. I had my braces on for almost 4 years, and I think he's had his for almost 3. But he had to have palate expansion and 7 teeth pulled at one time and all sorts of stuff, because his mouth was just such a mess. Poor kid. And like, I will be showing like the before, like before he got braces, you know, and then to now, what a difference with the palate expansion and stuff, like what a difference it makes in his whole looks, because his palate was so narrow and his front teeth were pushing out in front like rabbit teeth kind of. So yeah, this has been a long journey, but very worth it, and I'm so excited to see, you know, after all this time, the finished results. So that is going to be very exciting. And then like I said, he's got a game tonight, so that's exciting. As of right now, my son Riley is still in the Seattle area and having a great time. And I'm doing much better with it. With each day that goes by, it gets a little, you know, easier. I told him last night, though, I said, it does feel like a little bit lonely, though, not having you here, like, talking to me and stuff. And he's like, he goes, I like not having people talk to me, and you do too. And I'm like, that is true. We're both a lot alike, like that. We very much recharge by being by ourselves. Like, we need alone time or we go crazy. And so I know he knows. That's he's laughing. He's like, I know, I'm just kidding, like whatever. But yeah, so he is doing great there, having a wonderful time, doing things he has never really done before. Well, he flew for the first time, so that was in and of itself an adventure. And then just the things that he's seeing there, and like pictures he's sending. They took the ferry the other night, just kind of impromptu, into Seattle at like 8 o'clock at night, just for the fun of it and stuff. And just the skyline all lit up and stuff. It was so cool looking. And just, yeah, he's having a great time. He's like going on little hikes and stuff. This kid is not a hiking kind of kid, let me just tell you. So he's like really branching out. He's trying different foods and just having an awesome time. So there's nothing, you know, like as a mom, like you want to see your kids be able to experience fun stuff like that. And I mean, he's experiencing things I never even have. So it's super cool. I'm very, very excited for him about that. And then my oldest son, Gavin, he is going to be 24 at the end of February. And he and his fiance are getting married in August, I've mentioned. So that is super exciting. And Asher graduates in May, and like it's a big year full of fun stuff. But he actually, my parents travel to Florida for the winter. I've got my NYX Bear With Me concealer, and this is in light. And so they usually have like, because they have 3 cats, so they usually have their neighbor would come over like every day and feed the cats and whatever, make sure they have water and blah blah blah. Well, his health is declining. He's, you know, fairly up there in age and just has some health issues and stuff, and it's gotten really hard for him, especially in the winter, to like get out and do stuff. So my mom and dad asked my son Gavin if he thought he might like to live there for the winter while they're gone and just take care of the house and the cats and the plants and whatever, and just kind of have a little bit of like, you know, that freedom of being out on his own, but also it would be, you know, a huge help to them. And so that is what he's doing. So Sunday night was his first night there. And then like yesterday he came home and got some more of his stuff and things like that from here. And so he is there now. So I said, even just that, even though he wasn't home a lot anyway, because typically he's at Noel's till really late and then goes to work, and he's been working 7/12s, so he wasn't around like at all. But even still, it was just like, I still knew that sometime, you know, he was going to be home to sleep and stuff. And so now to not have that is weird too. And at the same time with Riley being gone. So I'm like, it's very like, not lonely. I don't want to say it's lonely, because it's not. It's just different, you know? And I haven't cried about it or anything. Like I cried about Riley leaving because it was just weird and sending him across the country, you know? But otherwise, I'm excited to see my boys are adults now, you know, and I'm excited to see the things that they're doing and getting to experience. And, you know, Gavin's really killing it at his job, and I'm excited for him about that. And this is something that could be, you know, a lifelong career. And he's making really good money. And he was saying, he goes, I went from being like, how am I going to afford this wedding? Let alone, you know, like how I wouldn't even be able to think about, you know, where we're going to live after, to now being like, the wedding's no problem to pay for. And we, you know, between him and her, and she got a raise at her job, so super awesome. You know, that now they can just be putting money away for future home for them, you know? And so many blessings. Like God has been blessing our family like crazy. There's blessings everywhere you look. It doesn't have to be big things like that. There are just, you know, there are blessings everywhere. I can hear Asher's home. So I'm going to set my face real quick with the Too Faced Peach Perfect. And that way I can get out there and see his teeth. Like, that sounds hilarious. But I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited for him. And like, he already, you know, it cracks me up. Like, people in the family are like, oh, he looks so old. I'm like, well, he is 17. But, you know, him being the baby of our family. And it's like, people just, I don't know if they like just then think of him as being young all the time or something. But, you know, his looks have changed a ton over the past couple of years. And just how much more mature he looks and everything. And I mean, his looks have changed. Like, he looked the same for so long. And that's what we were laughing about. Like, it seems like for years and years, he like didn't change hardly at all. Like, just got, you know, bigger. But his facial features and stuff all seem to stay the same. And then in the past like 2 years or so, I think, he has just changed so much. Like, totally his looks have changed from a boy to, you know, more of a man. And it is like a funny thing to see. And especially people who, you know, if you live with somebody, you don't notice it quite as much. But somebody who doesn't see him all the time, then when they do, they're like, what the heck? So it's pretty funny. But okay, I hear he's here. So there's my face is set. So I will be back. It's so exciting. Okay, I'm excited to show you guys pictures. So funny thing, obviously I didn't mention that my hair is wet from my shower. It's air drying. So I think you figured that out, that I wasn't gonna go somewhere with my hair looking like that. And it's not greasy, oily, it's wet. Okay, so on to my next step here. Okay, for my bronzer, blush, and highlight, I'm using this little Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Cheek Palette in Glow. And I love this thing so much. This is like my favorite face palette to grab. Like, the colors are just like perfect for my skin tone, I feel like. So this is pretty funny. So he actually has in his retainer things I've never seen before. They have like this behind the wire is like this little clear part on the top and the bottom. And then he also has on his top one, they put these metal things that I have never ever seen before. Well, I haven't seen the other part either, but this is like totally different to me. That come down like right here. And it's to train his tongue not to push out, because they said when he swallows, he pushes forward with his tongue against his teeth. And that's like a habit that you want to try to break, so that you don't push your teeth out of shape, you know? So he has to wear the retainers for 9 weeks, and then he goes back in for a recheck to see, like full time for 9 weeks, and then to see. So I still wear my retainers at night, like twice a week usually. And whenever I have them in, I cannot talk with them in. And I mean, like, not well. And the boys make fun of me so bad. And so does Brian. Like, they're like, oh my gosh. My one son, he goes, I'm sorry, Mom, but please don't talk to me with those in. Like, I can't even take you seriously. And it is pretty bad. And so, and I get frustrated because I can't like get out what I'm trying to say. And so Asher's trying to talk with these and I started laughing. He's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, oh, but I can. I am the one who can laugh about this, because you guys make fun of me so bad about how I sound in my retainers. And I'm like, it'll get better because he's wearing them every day, so he'll get a little more used to them, whatever. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. So 9 weeks of having to have, the frustration of trying to talk with these things in, and I get it, like, and just all this stuff in his mouth because that metal coming down and stuff, but it will all be worth it. So he's excited and happy about, you know, the way his teeth look. So that's what matters. They look good. So I'm very, very happy. And yeah, he's like, no, you cannot make fun of me. I'm like, oh, yep, yes I can. See, now don't you feel bad for making fun of me all this time? I'm like, now you know I have no control whatsoever. Like, I cannot help how I sound when those are in. Like, it just does not allow me to speak properly. I'll have to look, because I can't remember what it's called, but the way the roof of my mouth is, I'm not going to show it to you. But my mom, and myself and both my sisters all have that. So it's like a genetic kind of a thing. So I was saying to him, like, how most people's roof of their mouth goes up. Ours, we have a dip. And so my retainer then adds extra thickness where that dip already is. And so that's a lot of like stuff, like my tongue can't move up very high to speak when I've got them in. And so I think that's what causes me to have such a hard time talking with them in. But I don't remember, like, when I got my braces off and after I had my retainers for a while and was wearing them all day, I don't remember having a really hard time talking in them. So I think it was more like I got used to them. And then now, since I wear them so rarely, I have a hard time, you know, talking with them in. But all right, so onto this highlight, which I love. It's just like the perfect amount of glow. It's so pretty and just natural as, well, you know, natural. But it's just a glowy highlight. There's nothing, you know, glittery or anything in it. It's just so So I love it. All right. It always is amazing to me as I start adding on like the face products and just get that color into my face, like what a difference it makes. Okay, I'm going to speed through my brows, but I'm going to use the Hourglass Arch in Dark Brunette brow pencil. So, yeah. Okay, I didn't even speed through my brows. I just did them off camera because I hate doing brows and I think they're boring and I don't really care about watching people do theirs. So, hopefully you don't either. But then I did that brow pencil and then the Merit volumizing pomade, and it is in black brown. So that is how I did my brows. They ain't perfect, but they're good enough. Okay, so I guess we'll just chat a little more while I finish up these eyes. But yeah, so those are the things going on around our house right now, like big changes that have been happening, and yeah, that's what's been happening. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into this. What do I want to do? Maybe I'll go into Drama Mama here. Just for a tiny little bit at the underneath. My stomach is growling, but I don't know why, because I ate. I don't even know why I say that. My stomach just growls. It used to be so bad, like in high school, after lunch. Like I hated if we were doing something where like the classroom was really quiet after lunch, because my stomach would make so much noise and people would be like, what the heck? Like, I'm like, I can't help it. Like, my stomach's like, I'm digesting here. I want everybody to know. Like, ugh. But anyway, so that's probably why it's growling, because it's just whatever. We had for dinner last night, which is in the vlog if you watched it, these stuffed and smothered meatloaves. It was a every plate meal. So good. So dang good. So I'm looking forward to tonight's dinner before we go to the game. And I need to see if my one sister and my aunt were talking about coming to a game this week since they're home games. So I'll have to see maybe if either of them are coming. Okay, now I'll go into this Fascinated. It does seem very weird that this is going to be our last year watching our kids play a sport, and especially basketball, because we have been in a gym since my oldest son was like 5 or 6. So, and he's almost 24. We have been in a gym watching basketball since then, you know? And so, yeah, I was like, it's going to be like 18 years straight of having been in a gym and then to not. And I mean, we'll watch like my cousin's kids, we'll go do stuff like that. But as far as like our own kids, like that's so bizarre that we've been doing it for that long and it's about to be done. So weird. Okay, I'm going to go into that So Fine again. Let me get a different brush real quick. Not that you knew what So Fine was, but it's this latest one up here. And I'm going to take that a little more on the lid. These are very, I have to say with this palette, the like shimmers and stuff are very subtle, which I actually love. I know not everyone loves that. I mean, I love a bold shimmer too, but there's something sometimes about just the simplicity of this that makes me very happy. Like, I just really like the look of it. Should I add some more of that other one? I'll add some more of this mystery up here. Keeps being blurry because my big old head's in there. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I've noticed this for years now, but I just noticed it again in a recent picture that was taken. I swear I have a big head, like a big face. And when I say that, people are like, no, you don't. And I'm like, okay, not in like relation to my body and stuff, it looks normal. But when I look at pictures of me and other people, my face is like way bigger than other people's. I mean, it's fine. That's the way God made me, but it just like cracks me up. I'm going back into that So Fine, the later one, just to, oh my gosh. If you can hear that stomach growl, the phone probably doesn't pick it up, but ooh, girl, that was something else. Gurgle. But yeah, I'm just like, what the heck? Why is my head so big? Why is my face so big? So it, like, my head's not big because it's not like I have an issue like with hats not fitting or things like that. This is so fine again that I'm just gonna use in the recorder. It's just like my face is large. I don't know. It's funny. That was really weird. I can't remember why I even brought that up, but I did. That's the magic of Danielle. You never know what you're gonna get. I'm so excited because we're going out to eat with our friends on Saturday. So that is something I'm looking forward to. For sure, my best friend Anne, our friend Terry. And so I don't know where we're going yet. I have to talk to him about that. Also, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to link it down in the description box because I'm telling you what, right now for women's Bible study, so my best friend Anne is the pastor who does, she's not like the head pastor of our church. That's Pastor Phil. But she is like, I think an associate pastor, I think is what she's called. And she does like a lot of the women's, like an adult, she oversees like all the adult Bible classes and stuff like that. And she does women's Bible study. And she is doing a series right now called Unoffendable, like being unoffendable. It is so dang good because of the culture that we live in and how everyone's so offended by everything. And just, it's so good. It really puts you in check and makes you think about things in your own life and the way you look at things and are like, oh, those people are ridiculous, or that's stupid, or how could someone think like that, or, you know, whatever. And just really give you like a check in your spirit about the way that you look at things and the way you approach things, how you interact with people when you disagree. I mean, it is like, I don't know. I'm like blown away by it. And I feel like it's something everyone needs to see. I do know that Brent Hansen is his name. He was on Good Morning America talking about, because he has a book called Unoffendable, and Anne talks about, she uses stuff from his book and another source, I can't remember right now, but and then of course puts her spin on it. But he is a Christian, and he does a radio like show and podcast kind of thing. And so he's actually revising, because it was a book he wrote, and he's actually sort of like revising it a little bit because of like just things that have, you know, changed and it's just gotten worse, like as far as people being offended about everything. And you guys, it's so good. And like, you know, we all in ourselves want to believe that what we think is the right thing. And, you know, other people, it's like, how could they think that way and stuff? Well, they're looking at us and thinking the same thing. And there's reasons for that. And what's the right way to approach that or handle that? And definitely it's never with harshness and negativity and being hurtful. And it's just so dang good. So I will link that down there if you guys are interested in checking that out. Highly recommend it. Whether you are a Christian or not, it doesn't matter. Anybody, the way that we interact with each other and the way that we are so easily offended by things, it's not, oh my gosh, it's just so good. I don't even know what else to say besides it's so good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my liner and mascara and stuff on. For liners, I'm going to use my Essence Wag Been Nice Guy. She's so little. She's getting there. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use this Bambi liner. I think I'm going to try it. What is this color? It is Raindrops. I'm going to see about using that in my waterline. And then the mascara I'm using is the Tartist little mascara. So that is what I'm going to do. And then we will come back. And then I will, once I have my hair done and all that kind of stuff and my jewelry on and that, come and give a very final look of the look. Look at the look? Whatever. Okay, here's what we got going so far. I have 2 coats of the mascara on. I might end up doing a third one just to give it a little more oomph. We'll see. If I do, I'll tell you that when I come back with my hair done. But I'll go ahead and come up and show you my eyes right now, just so you can get an idea of what they look like. So they're very simple. But like I said, that's kind of what I've been liking. What do you guys think of these more simple looks? Do you feel like they suit me really well, or you're like, Danielle, you look real boring. Bring back your color. I'm still going to do what I want to do. But if in videos you would like to see me do some more colorful looks, I will try to do that. But this is really like the types of looks that I've been doing, and they just make me feel pretty, and I don't know, like an understated pretty. I don't know, I like it. But anyway, so I will come back with my hair done and all that good stuff and see you. So here is the finished look. I decided I'm tired of looking at my hair being curled, like I just do it the same way every day, and I'm over it. And so my thin hair doesn't look great straight, but I don't really care, to be completely honest with you. And so this is what's happening for today. And I have my cute generate earrings in, and yeah, so now I've got my rings on. My nails are terrible right now. And oh, and you may notice I definitely love to change out my watch bands for whatever I'm wearing. And I did put one other coat of mascara on, so I have 3 coats. I just thought it looked like it needed a little something more. It's not quite, I mean, it looks pretty good, but I like them to look a little like thicker than that usually. So but yeah, so this is my look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and just hearing what's going on in my life. Please talk to me down in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your life. And yeah, let me know if you check out the Bible study or FitVille or any of the things I talked about. And I guess that will be all for today. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye.